All right, match 4, playing for the 4-0, and we are 3-0. We're actually 6-0 in games, which is pretty surprising. It definitely feels like luck has been on our side. Not going to lie about that, but this hand seems very, very decent. So we will keep. This is also where like Force of Negation can help declunkify, because yeah, without Aether Vial, sometimes the hand is kind of clunky, but having a card that costs 0 mana and can potentially counter something that costs a lot of mana, it can help make up for the otherwise clunkiness of this hand. It's one reason why Force of Negation is particularly good, I find, in Merfolk. This was quite a shot in the arm for the archetype, if I do say so myself. It's too bad it has to cost so darn much nowadays. Hopefully they don't have Spell Snare, that's the worst. Alright. Spell Snare has never been more justifiable than today, too. So, in the past, it's frustrating because it's like, oh, why are they playing Spell Snare? It's really actually not that good overall, I think. But if there's one time where I'm like, well, I can see playing Spell Snare, it's kind of now. I mean, we are playing it in the sideboard because, believe it or not, it's still like surprisingly not as versatile as you'd think. Yeah, I'll just try to finish it off with the Mutavault. I just can't. I just think that there's probably more like nefarious things I could be using my Force Negation on. I play Vapor Stack or something. Okay. Alright, so play Aether Vial. Force Negation this. Sweet stuff. Yeah, actually, Lurrus as a companion also just powers up Aether Vial a lot, because Aether Vial can kind of become less useful once you dump your creatures, but like when you've got a Lurrus waiting in the wings, suddenly, yeah. Alrighty. Win or lose, Nihil Spellbomb is going to be pretty good in this matchup. So question is, do we... I think we just play this and we just leave a Force Negation. I don't think we gain that much by sacrificing a Mutavault to a Lightning Bolt. They just end up getting closer to escaping Uro. We go down a land. Doesn't seem particularly beneficial. Could play Merfolk Trickster, but I want to ideally set it up so I can repeal it and save it when I do. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, well, this is pretty good stuff. I might put Lurrus in the hand, actually, because being able to flashback Silvergill seems pretty strong. Yeah, I'll do that. It seems a little iffy, but I'll do it. And if they play Uro, I might opt to double Dismember. I might do that on my turn. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 4. There are 4 presently, so let's see. Well, I could force a negation this, but it seems kind of cheesy to do that, and they almost certainly have, you know, they can do on their turn. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do. Well, actually, yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double Dismember, play Lord. I don't know, it's hard to say. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to double Dismember, play Lord of Atlantis. Should have probably Dismembered in response to the ability. Now that I think about it, we'll see. I've got one like ability too. It's a lot of life there. Alright, that was cool. So I am going to bring back Lurrus. Yeah, let's attack, why not? We might bait out a removal spell, which is probably where we want to be. Alright, let's get this in here. Let's get this Silvergill. And let's hold up Repeal and Force Negation. I think I'll try to Force Negate that. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but let's try. Force Negate, or Force Negation. If not, this is really the power of Lurrus, but they're probably just thinking of which card to pitch. Most likely. But this is a lightning rod for our Lord, and it was an 8th card in our hand, and it bought back Silvergill Adept, which drew us another card. So even if Lurrus dies, can't argue with how much value it just generated, even if it dies. Unfortunately, there's no more gravy train once the Silvergill comes into play, other than life gain. All right, nice. That's good. Just play that. And the cool thing is if we get to untap, we can actually protect our Lurrus with Repeal. Okay. I got a feeling we're going to get Ren and 6 double teamed. Ooh. Now that is a spicy meatball. I think the damage is going to get removed in a turn, so... yeah. Well, I hope they don't start looping this. That would be pretty brutal. Alrighty. Alright, we get to protect Lurrus. We've definitely been in worse situations, I'll tell you that for sure. Alright, let's start off by going after Field of Dead, and let's do it like this, just, you know, just for old time's sake, as they say. Huh. Man, if only it was a regular counterspell, we could buy it back with Lurrus. Oh. I like the idea. I kind of like the idea of saving Lurrus, not gonna lie. Yeah. Only way this backfires is if they have let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is if they have a Growth Spiral, but we do have a free Repeal and a free Merfolk Trickster. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go this on Ren, because we obviously Lurrus is a prime target #1 for them to block if they have a Growth Spiral. Alright, good stuff. Not too particularly afraid of Uro. How many decks can say that? I'm not too particularly afraid of Uro. Alright, so they can buy back Uro. We do have the option to repeal it if they do so choose. Which I might do. I don't know though. Being able to save Lurrus is pretty good too though. Not gonna lie. they did not opt to play Lurrus, even though they can. Alright. As long as Lurrus is alive, my creatures are virtually immune to whatever it is. Because if they counter this, I just bring it back, yeah. And being able to save Lurrus is just still so unbelievably powerful. I can't even begin to describe, so... Let's see what this is all about. If they kill my lords, I'm fine. I'll just bring them back. They have to start with Lurrus. That's where it all begins. If they path, it's a little annoying, but I'll let them path one lord. If they path two, then I might save the other one. So I might play the tap down, trying to tap Uro down game for one turn. Although returning it to hand seems pretty sweet too. Just can't let it attack though, that's the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna play the tap game. This could be totally wrong. Turning it seems pretty good too, though. Not gonna lie about that. Just the tap game seems slightly stronger. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's nice. I can both save Lurrus and play Merfolk Trickster. So I think it's pretty good stuff. And Merfolk Trickster on upkeep. There's really no reason not to do this on upkeep. If we counter it, maybe we just repeal the Uro. Because if it attacks, it's pretty big no-no. Okay, I think we're in a pretty decent spot. I mean, unless their hand is like full of paths. If they've got bolts, then they got to go at Lurrus, and I think repealing Lurrus feels pretty strong here. Even if they sweep the board, I can return Lurrus hopefully, and then just buy everything back. Yeah, that's fine. I think they go after Lurrus, and this is where I finally repeal my Lurrus, which I've wanted to do this whole game so badly. I've waited for this day my entire life. Please. Oh! I was hoping so bad they tried to destroy Lurrus. I want them to target Lurrus so bad. Repealing Lurrus is like something I've dreamed of. Man, what I don't like is... Oh, you know what? I think I can still win. Let's see here. Is there some way I can punish this? I don't know. Nah. I may want to return Uro now that I think about it. It can't be too cute forever. I just gotta repeal Uro. It's the most mana efficient thing I can do here. Hopefully this isn't where I lose it, but like, you know, sure they can play Cryptic Command, but like I want to set it up so, yeah. Yeah, these Aether Vials are definitely not the stuff dreams are made of. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to try to attack with Tar Pit and Mutavault if they tap everything else down. That's basically the plan. Or double Tar Pit. Because we know they have to have Cryptic Command, yeah. And thankfully we still have the man lands. Uro is such a value machine though, look at this. I got 6 cards in hand, but then again, Lurrus is holding the fort too. Okay. Well, I guess I'll add a mana, you know. Just try to kill Teferi. As cool as going after the life total is, it's just Teferi is by far the thing that's likely to just make the game go completely out of control for us. And I want to put the vials in play. I know it sounds weird, but like, you know, this putting another lord doesn't necessarily do much. So I got another Uro. Oh, we're kind of in cryptic loop territory. We've got lots of manlands though. This is one thing that manlands help with, the cryptic lock. Omnath, Locus of Creation. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Put the card in play. Uro generates so much value. It really does. I know this is going to be really big news to all of y'all, but Uro is a pretty strong, you know, value generating card. I know. Who would have thought? I was definitely surprised. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to go for broke, because I can't ditz around anymore. So, let's see. We got to animate Mutavault. We're going to hope that, let's see, 12, 15, that's 15 exactly. Yeah, we're going to hope that, that they don't have a backup counterspell, which they almost assuredly do. But we have to hope, because things are going to get kind of ugly for us after here. And I don't think I can animate the Creeping Tar Pit if they have like a Force of Negation or something. Or I don't know what this would be. What do you call it? A Mana Leak. Mana Leak would, I think, buy them a turn, because I'd have to tap my... Oh, maybe I should have played this if I didn't. I guess we'll see if that cost me the game or not. Huh. Well, that really dwindled their cards down a lot. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to see. Alright, it's Uro time. and their resources are going to be right back up. But they're running out of Mystic Sanctuaries, though. It's been quite the game. No more cryptics. Kind of sense there is, because I mean, like, what else would all that be about? Always no, yes. Always no, yes. Unfortunately, I don't have lethal with just these. Let's see. 10, 14, 14 damage. It's not quite enough. I wanna might attack with Lurrus too. No, that's not a good idea. Well, it's go for broke here, I think, because let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I can't animate all of these things, but well, let's go for it. Let's hope they don't have another. They always do. Alrighty. There's definitely another universe out there where they don't always have unlimited cryptics in their hand, but you know, this is definitely planet Earth seems to be where most of the cryptic commands hang out. Yeah, if we had just a little more counter magic, like if we had a Force Negation to back up our Deprive, maybe. Although then again, the Repeal, I mean the Mana Leak kind of paid for itself. Sometimes they actually draw a lot more lands too. We've seen it happen. So I don't think Dismember is at its best. We do need Spreading Seas for the tokens. We need Force Negation for the cryptic commands. Repeals are good, but I don't know. But Thoughtseize might just be better. Repeals are good though. They can bounce Uro in a pinch. They can also save our creatures, but I think they're not as good as Spreading Seas, and they're not as good as Deprive or Force Negation or the creatures, or Thoughtseize or Nihil Spellbomb. So I think these end up getting cut, but very sadly so. See what I mean about close games? Now I see this can we have to mulligan, and hopefully, okay, good. Because sometimes when I'm like on a win streak, sometimes I just end up getting like a string of those like hands with only Mutavaults in them and no Aether Vials, and then it's just like, well, there you go. Alright, let's keep. I really do like having access to counter magic. Do like having access to Spreading Seas. I think Lord of Atlantis, ironically, is going to be not as important as lands, Spreading Seas, or Deprive. I know that sounds weird, but anybody who knows me knows that I always feel that the strongest cards in Merfolk are not actually the Merfolk. But the thing is that doesn't mean Merfolk's a bad deck. It's because actually, you know, like a counter control type strategy. That's hard to explain, but like an aggro control or mid range, you know, blue mid range type strategy it's looking for, you know, very good creatures to kind of hold the fort, to attack, to block, to do good stuff, and I really think Merfolk are the best that Mono Blue has to offer, and probably the best that like Blue Black has to offer too. I mean, they're very deceptively good, particularly Silvergill Adept. There's been some times where there's been talk about cutting Silvergill Adept, and, you know, I mean, it's not to say Silvergill Adept is always an excellent card. Okay, I'm going to go for this. This could be a mistake, but I just don't want to get... I just want to ditz around too much. If they want to mana leak it, fine. They can't Teferi me the following turn. They can't Jace me, which that would be an issue. Ooh. Alright, well, I'm going to Thoughtseize. Seems like a pretty good use of this mana to me. I don't think Uro is too particularly good. Ooh, Teferi Time Raveler. Now that seems like a pretty good card, I think, to take. So I will. And the reason why I'm doing that is because it just makes it a sub game of can I kill a little Teferi. If I can't, which more times than I'd be happy to admit I can't, then it's very hard for me to win because it completely shuts off my Deprive here. Yep. Hopefully I draw into the Nihil Spellbomb. That'd be nice. If not, we can always Deprive the Escaped Uro. There is that possibility. And I can return Gross Barrow if they want. I don't think it's really that good. Well, Nihil Spellbomb, don't mind if I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we could even wait. We can be patient, and I like being patient. And we can buy it back with Lurrus. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. And then there's a way for them to instantly put a card in their graveyard. We can always respond. That's fine. So we can always buy back the whatever they kill. Yeah, so let's do it this way. Just play around mana leak. If they destroy the stuff, I don't really care. Although we are tapped a little awkward with the blue, though, that's for sure. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're gonna have to... Hopefully buy it back with Lurrus, that'd be pretty nice. Omnath. It is what it is. Them gaining lots of life is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Let's see here. Well, I do want to keep casting Silvergills, as odd as that may sound. I mean, they can destroy them all with Engineer Explosives, but then, like, it's potentially even crazier. Yeah, I like this, too. Well, I'll wait on this one. I'll hold up the Deprive. You just never know. Although I don't, like... Yeah, it's okay. Like, if they kill all the stuff, it's potentially a lot of value to bring back with Lurrus. And it's still just a 1-for-1, ultimately. They gain a lot of mana. I don't know if they can really use that or not. We'll use the Uro. I wonder if this Mystic Sanctuary I have here is this one in play? I don't think it is. I'll totally triple block it if they attack. Okay. Yeah. Just a sequence slightly differently, but I don't think it really makes a difference. They may want to counter this, in which case I think that's fine, because I can always just buy it back with Lurrus. Yeah, that's fine. No biggie. Still surprised they're so stingy with breaking the EE. I'm kind of tempted to just drop Trickster here, but I don't know if they can really take that much advantage of what they're doing anyway. I'll do it. I think this will force him to play it, and then hopefully I can resolve Lurrus. They are showing very surprising discipline, but I think I still have enough to win. Nihil Spellbomb. Yeah. This way I can tap the black. I think I'd like Lurrus to live. Hopefully this doesn't end up biting me in the you-know-where. I think Watery Grave, having the option to come into play untapped is the best option here. Alright, that's fine. Let's see here, can I... No. We're definitely doing this on upkeep. I should have done it on our turn, but I don't know, it doesn't make that big of a difference. Time Warp, not that big of a deal. Oh, I hope they don't kill us with the Omnath, though. That would suck. And they can buy back the Time Warp, but... Save a way to draw a card. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Well, we have the counterspell. That's good. I think we need a poke. We just need a poke in with the creeping tar pits. We definitely don't want to commit any more 2-drops to the board. I've got a feeling this Mystic Sanctuary isn't actually in their hand anymore, because I think they have it. Okay. I actually kind of like that. Well, kind of. The keyword is kind of. And I think I have to hold the fort with Deprive on the what's it called? Time Warp. Well, let's see what they got. Show us what you got. Alrighty. They had that Mystic Sanctuary. That's what they had for sure. Ren 6. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad actually. Well, that's a dead card if I've ever seen one. Okay, so what do I do? I think I want to play out exactly one of these. And I have to hold up the other two. Yeah. Alright, so we'll see. One more Nihil Spellbomb and I'm actually kind of back in this. I don't think I had much of another choice. Yeah, that's fine. And they've got enough to flashback Uro now. Maybe a Merfolk Trickster helps. Dang it, sorry guys. It's close. I think we could win. Man, the problem is they just had too many Uros. I mean, they had more Uros than we had spell bombs. I think that's the problem. Because, like, really, if we can just run them out of Uros, then I think get all 4 Uros. I guess it's not over till it's over, because we can technically block. But I don't know though. They took our Lurrus. That was like our best bet. A real hype train begins. I think I still have Go for the Throat in here, don't I? No, I don't. Why don't I have Go for the Throat? I guess, well, it doesn't deal with Uro permanently, I guess. Well, that's a start. It's not a particularly good start, but it is a start. Gotta do this on upkeep just in case they draw something. Well, yeah, what a disappointment. I think we could see what I mean though about how, like, it's so close. It's like there's definitely, anyway.